everybody.
Hey.
All right, we got 2.5 minutes.
Okay. So, hi. All right, we are ready to go live. It's been a couple weeks that I haven't been live, so we're back today with my guest Megan, and we're just gonna kind of shoot the breeze today. So get ready.
All right, 2 minutes.
All right.
We got our on-air light working again.
It's on.
It's on.
We are on the air. Well, not yet. Almost.
Well, technically, if you count Facebook Live.
That's
Yeah,
true.
We also have donuts in here. Do you guys want donuts?
Oh, thank you.
You just want to hurt me, don't you?
No, I don't want to hurt myself later. I'm trying to offload
Oh,
it.
okay. Understood. That's good. So bring the calories in this room as opposed to that room.
Yes.
Okay, got
Oh
it.
my goodness, I already ate so much today.
It's
Every time
summer.
I offer food when I'm here, I can't turn it down.
You can't, I know, right? It's so hard, right?
Pizza, buttermilk, Bloody Mary, Cafe Amici.
But you have to,
So
you
no.
have to like, before you go back to Florida, you got to get all the New York stuff. Right?
Yeah. I gotta bring bagels home for everybody.
Yeah. Now they know.
My sister, she's famous.
60 seconds.
Okay, 66. All right. There's one thing too at the clock. I'll just say we're kind of running into the commercial, so we have like 10 minutes, like 11 minutes before, and then we have commercial, and then 11 minutes after.
Okay.
So, I know there's a lot of people today in the airport. During the pandemic, because I started this August of 2020, it was like a ghost town.
I
There
bet.
was
Yeah.
nobody here.
Yeah,
It was just
they
like,
weren't even
30
flights right
seconds.
now.
it was just like us. So the first thing you'll hear my commercial, and then I'll start talking.
Okay. My sister's like, extra bagels, please.
That's the only thing I lose with that. I can't see the comments, so I don't know who's on. But when it's on that, it doesn't turn the right
I
way.
know, it says I couldn't turn my phone.
There's technology sends me over the edge. I swear to God.
The simple times, the simple times.
Here. Okay.
This is Denise Nostrom, CEO and founder of Diversified Financial Solutions. Now more than ever, investment advice is needed. Not just where best to invest your money, but why. Are you investing for your future retirement? Are you retired and looking to maximize your income? Are you maximizing your income and starting with leaving money for your loved ones? Are you investing for your retirement at the same time saving for your children's education and at the same time saving to buy another home? Are the markets in line with your goals? Are your goals ever changing? Please contact me at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691. Or visit us at diversifiedfinancial.biz. For over 25 years, I have been helping individuals, families, and business owners navigate through bull market conditions with only one goal in mind. My clients. Visit me at diversifiedfinancial.biz or call Denise Nostrom, founder of Diversified Financial Solutions at 631-758-8691. That's 631-758-8691 for a conversation about my most important client, you.
Hello and welcome to Friday. I hope you're all having a really good day. The weather was really nice today, and I'm just praying that we have nice weather for the weekend. I think we're going to be good. So thank you for tuning in and spending some time with me today. You are listening to The Financial Chick Show, and I am The Financial Chick. My name is Denise Nostrom, the CEO and owner of Diversified Financial Solutions, a full-service independent financial planning firm located in Medford. Your Financial Chick is here to help you make better financial decisions and choices to improve your life and reduce your anxiety and stress about money. If you want to know more about me or my firm, you can check out my website at financialchickshow.com. We are also on Facebook and Instagram at Diversified Financial Solutions. So like our pages to get updates and see what is happening. So I'm going to jump right in today. Actually, it's the first day back. We're live on Facebook here. So hi out there in Facebook world. I've had some guests that had called in, but today I have a guest in the studio, which is so exciting. So I want to introduce my friend and guest, Megan. So
Hi,
how are you,
everybody.
Megan?
I'm great. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. I guess we could tell the audience how we know each other, right?
Yeah.
So
So I used to work at the broker-dealer that Denise is affiliated with, and we met there, and I'm originally from Long Island, so we always got to talking about, Long Island and everything in New York. So we've always been close Facebook friends and stuff like that. Every time she comes down to Florida, we see each other. And I told her a few weeks ago that I was going to be up here on this Friday and asked if I could hang out with her and be on the radio show. And she said, yeah.
And
here I am.
Here you are.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's pretty neat. So you were originally from Long Island. That's why we hit it off immediately, right? So that was kind of
Two
cool.
Long
But
Island
but
girls.
you moved to Florida quite a while ago, right?
Yeah, about
When-
almost 20 years ago.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm a Florida girl now, but
Yeah.
what do they say? You can take the girl in New York, but you can't take the New York out of the girl.
True
Yeah.
statement. But you
Yeah.
come up here often, right?
Yeah.
You still have a lot of family here and all of that.
Yeah.
So,
a lot of that too.
so I was gonna say, so you really haven't seen. Well, you've seen the difference, I guess, the change in New York, but you
Yeah.
come up, so you kind of have seen it over the years.
Yeah, in like blocks. I
Mhm.
love it.
Yeah.
So it's nice to come up and see all the changes and go through all the memories again.
Mhm. Absolutely.
All the old times, all the old places we used to hang out and everything. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's always fun to come back.
That's good, but we love Florida too.
Yeah, we
I say it like I
definitely
live
do.
there. I don't,
Oh.
but Florida's like
I
always
love
close
it.
to my heart. That's what we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I
I mean, we're going.
love
This is the time of year that's like
Mhm.
awesome here on Long Island, but the winter, that's the tough
Rough.
part. Yeah.
So rough. Yeah, I can't do that anymore. I don't have the skin for it.
Well, it's funny you were saying that you were cold.
Yeah, yesterday it was freezing, and I only brought shorts, of course, because I just think when I go traveling, everywhere's going to be like Florida.
Although we were pretty fortunate. I mean, we just had we're all coming off Memorial Day weekend, and I will tell you, the last several years, Memorial Day weekend was either mostly rain for the past several years, but also really cold. So we were wearing sweatshirts and sweatpants, and I'm like, it's May, like why? But this weekend we were so blessed because we had really really nice weather, and a little raining on Saturday, but it was warm, it was nice, and actually on Tuesday, it was right before you got here, Wednesday,
Yeah.
right? Tuesday was 93 degrees here. So
of course.
That's like
I brought
Florida.
all the rain, and there's going to be a tropical storm in Florida. This
I know,
weekend.
I heard
Yeah.
that. So
I
it
got
was
out
just,
just in time.
that's true. And then when you're flying back on
Sunday,
Okay.
Sunday night late, so hopefully that's
from here,
all
right?
over. Yep,
From
from right here.
We're right here at
I'll
the
be back.
airport. So
Yeah.
and it's moving and shaking. There's a lot of people here at the airport today, so it's a little wild and crazy.
Mhm.
But yeah, so we met, at the broker dealer. So you
I
had
met 5 years ago.
Yeah, I can't believe
Yeah.
it's been that
I
long.
know.
Wow, that's
yeah,
right.
2017 I started there.
Wow, all right. I didn't remember that part. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So yes, you worked at the firm,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
at the back office and everything like that. So that was awesome. And then
And
you
in the field
Mhm.
with one of the reps, Tony Oliva. Shout
Mhm.
out if you're watching.
you better be watching.
Yeah, you better. So I worked for him for about a year and a half, and then still saw you a few times too.
Mhm.
So I just love finance, but now I took the accounting route. Accounting's always been something that I wanted to do, but I knew I always liked finance, so I wanted to make sure I got that professional part in before I jumped into.
Yeah.
accounting.
It's all part of financial services. I mean,
Mhm.
even when in college, right? You're
Yeah.
going to take the finance piece, but you're taking the accounting piece. I mean, right before I came here, I was doing a spreadsheet for a Roth conversion. Clients do their taxes by themselves, so I had to do. So although I don't do taxes, nor do I, that's not my thing. But
It's still a part.
but it's still a part of it, and to be able to read the tax return and everything. So.
yeah.
But
I'm
so
getting
you're
much better at that now.
you're a numbers girl, though.
Yeah, I am, definitely.
Alright.
I've always liked math and money. So
Mm-hmm.
I knew accounting and finance was like my bread and butter.
Okay.
So.
So now, did you go to college right after high school, or you just went to work right away?
Yeah,
Tell
I
us a little
went-
bit about how.
So I graduated, actually, oh my goodness, 11 years today I graduated high school.
Wow, today? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And then I went straight to the state college
Okay.
in Port St. Lucie down there, and I was there until I got my bachelor's. I took about 5 years off. I graduated with that in 2017, and now I'm going for a master's, and I'll graduate in December from from Florida Atlantic University.
Very nice.
Boca, yeah.
Good for you.
I'm really excited.
That's really awesome.
Thank you.
And it's just so you could really. I guess it's two things that we learn, right? You know, we go to something and maybe it's not exactly, you know, what we want, but you can move over and just kind of go on and just kind of build upon that.
Right.
But everything that you've built, you can use.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I really want to start doing tax returns for broker dealers. So
Okay.
that's really what I
That's
want to do.
nice.
So, yeah. So I'd see, you know, home office, field, and then back office, you know,
Okay.
like way behind the scenes. So I think that'd be cool. Full circle.
Right.
So-
And you have the background and,
Yeah.
and the experience of
Mhm.
it. So that's really good. So now, what you said when you are graduating? With your
December.
master's? Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Yeah, and then I'll start studying for the CPA exam.
All right. So tell me a little bit about that because I don't, you know. So what does that entail? I know it's
a
tough.
lot of money, a lot of studying. Most people tell me that they can get it done. You know that most people study 6 months or so and can get all the parts done in that. But it's essentially 4 different parts, and you've got I think they're like 5-hour tests each. So kind of and each one is different aspects of, you know, one's tax, one's auditing, one's financial reporting,
Mhm.
foreign reporting and stuff like that. And then they're supposed to be changing the test, and then there's going to be like concentrations where you kind of go into like the information systems, like software, data analytics, and or if you want to be more concentrated in tax or something else like that. So
Okay.
they're kind of switching it around on me.
Yeah.
Hopefully I get it done. My goal is to get it done before I'm 30, so that'll be next September.
Okay. Hey, listen. Well, that's the most important thing about anything is setting your goal.
Yeah.
Because if you set the goal, you get it on paper, and you go for it. That's really you have a better chance of hitting that goal than just saying, "Well, I'll get it done eventually," or
Right.
you know.
I
And
have too much of a conscience now. I'm older. Now that I'm older, I'm
I
always
see.
like on my own butt. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like watching TV. Should be studying.
All right. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, that's discipline. You know,
It
because a lot of
is.
people don't have that. You know, when you're watching the Netflix or you know, what do they call it when you're watching show after show after show?
Oh, you're binging.
You're binging,
Yeah.
right? I mean, you binge study or binge watch
And the
Netflix.
hours go by, and all of a sudden it's 8 p.m. and you haven't done one piece of homework.
I've talked to my daughter like she has.
Yeah.
No, it's easy to get distracted, but you know, if you have set a goal and that's something that really is something that you desire and you want, you know, if you put your mind to it, you can do anything, and I know you can definitely do that.
That's exactly what I've learned. Is I'm literally the only thing that's standing in my way.
Mm-hmm.
I've definitely learned that moving out, and being on my own, and going to grad
Mhm.
school. You know, I realized like everything that I want to do, I can do it. I just have to set my mind to it, and I'm gonna get it done.
I love it. I love it. So today people feel that they can't. They're always feeling like, oh, you know, it's too hard. But you know what? Here's a testament that you put your
Yeah.
mind to it, you could do it. So
You can,
very
you can,
inspiring
definitely.
on this Friday, you know. So we're getting close to the commercial break. So we'll take a little break. We'll come back with Megan, and we're going to talk more. We're going to talk about taxes. I know it doesn't sound super exciting, but we're going to make it fun.
Yeah.
So this is your financial chick, Denise Nostrom, the company's Diversified Financial Solutions. I help you look for financial solutions when you feel like there are none. Feel free to contact me at 631-758-8691. Stay tuned after the break. Good. Exciting. How you feeling?
Good. That was easier than I thought.
It goes so fast, and then the second
Yeah,
half
it
actually
does.
feels like it goes even faster.
Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot your name.
Megan.
Megan, can you just move the microphone like closer to you?
Did you ever say is you a little low?
Pull it down.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, do a
Does
test.
that feel comfortable?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
I think that's good. Yeah, okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Want to do a test? Testing 1, testing 2.
Siblings.
Yeah.
I have a loud mouth, so I mean,
You just sound a little echoey.
I sound echoey.
Just a little bit, yeah. Wait,
Really?
hold on. Try again.
Hello.
Okay,
Testing 1, 2.
That's better. Megan, can you try?
Hello. Testing.
Perfect.
Siblings.
Is that like when you speak to the mic and you project? Like, are you sitting in a comfortable position, or do you want me to adjust the mic more?
I think I'm good.
It's good.
I think this is good.
Okay,
I'll
dope.
just scooch in a little bit more.
Then we're dope, and we got 60 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. I know. Are you gonna talk about student?
Hmm?
Talk about student?
30 seconds.
Welcome back. This is Denise Nostrom, the Financial Chick. My company is in Medford, and you can reach me at 631-758-8691 or visit my website at financialchickshow.com. I'm here to help you on your financial journey. Over the years, things change, and I'm here to help you navigate all those changes. So as part of, the comprehensive financial planning and really financial services, you have the financial advisor, but you also have the accountant.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have with me today a guest, Megan, who I've known for about 5 years now. She had worked with the broker-dealer that I'm affiliated with, and so she kind of was working the financial services, but she kind of took a little bit of a turn into accounting, and which is awesome because we all need our accountants to kind of help our clients as financial advisors to save money. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about, as far as taxes, like how do people, we don't have a lot of tax breaks, but what are some of the things that people can do to save taxes and keep more of what they earn?
Yeah, so definitely there's ways to do that. You can make sure that you're having your holding periods, longer than a year, so you get those preferential rates. If you bought a stock or even a mutual fund and you hold that for 1 year, you get better tax rates on those gains if you were to make money on those investments than if you were to sell it within the week or 6 months, 9 months, because then they're taxed like regular income as if you earn that at your job. So there are definitely
I guess
ways like
that's
that.
a part too. Like remember the day traders? We don't really see those day traders anymore. Everything was hot and heavy, and then they didn't realize till the next year when they did their taxes, like all the tax implications that they had. They didn't
the crypto
calculate.
too. No, everybody didn't
We'll
realize.
talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so everyone didn't realize, because investments, you don't get taxed on your gains and everything until you sell it. But now, I believe you'll get taxed on that just by holding it, because it hasn't been deemed either way a currency or a security. So everything's up in the air right now, and there really aren't any stringent regulations around it. So even when I'm doing tax returns, that's something that people don't even think about. Like when they buy their Bitcoin or their Ethereum, we have to ask people those questions. Like, do you have any crypto? Did you buy any? Did you sell any? Do you have any crypto 1099s? The tax forms and people don't even know to go look for those.
Right,
so
right.
That's a big thing too.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's why the accountants will ask if you have any crypto or something like that.
They have to put it on the tax
It has to
return.
put on the tax return. Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
So that's a totally new thing, and I know so many people got involved in it.
Yeah, and some people made a lot of money, and some people
And some
made
people
a lot of
lost a lot of money.
and lost a lot of money. Yeah, now that it's gone down.
It really depends on when people got in, but it was an interesting year last year. Well, the past 2 years, just like
2020 was crazy. Last year was different, and even this year, another crazy one. The opposite way though.
I know.
Last year was a up and down one. 2020 was up and up and up and up and up. So I guess what goes up,
It does come down, but again, if we're investing for long term, and like you said, by holding a position a little bit longer, you get that, little bit of a tax preference there.
Right, and it's proven too when you have your holding periods longer. It's proven that you're gonna, even though market's going down right now, it has eventually come back.
Right.
It's been proven many times in the market. The dips that we've taken, 2008 and whatnot, but it's come back. So as long as you're just holding on, don't take out of your 401k, don't get rid of your 401k, don't stop putting into it. Now is the best time to put in because you're buying at lower prices.
Absolutely.
So when it goes up, your gains are going to be better. So definitely keep putting into those.
That's awesome advice, for sure. No, because a lot of people are saying that.
I
that
know,
everybody's getting
everybody's
very
saying that to me
nervous.
too.
And it's tough. It's a tough time, but you just got to stick
It's
with
hard
it.
to keep watching it, but don't watch it. That's the thing. You just got to let it do its thing. Look at it when it's nice again. Just keep putting the money in, and once you hear some good news, then maybe check it out. But just let it ride its course.
So what are some other investments that you say from an accounting perspective that would be good as far as tax preference or, tax friendly?
Well, if I know a lot of people are getting into real estate now, so you can do your 1031 exchanges. If you do your like-kind exchange, you can sell your investment property, roll that into something else, and then you are deferring your gains. You're not even paying any taxes on those.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another good way, which I know is becoming really popular now. So many people are doing like the flips, buying the houses, and then, well, I guess right now it's kind of hard to do that with all the prices going up.
Yeah, things are a little bit crazy, but that has been happening over the
Yeah.
past couple of years, and probably one of the reasons why real estate's moved up a lot.
Yeah, so if you got in last year, 2020, you're probably golden, but now is a bit rough to get into that. So, but always bonds and the municipal bonds, those are tax-free, and those are guaranteed investments as well. So those are safe. You don't have to worry about that.
That's
Well,
totally
unless you're going into the junk bonds, but if you're going into the treasury bonds and everything like that, so yeah. So
But what about as far as like on your pay stub, people always about withholdings and stuff. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so if usually if you've got more dependents, there will be more taxes. Well, the taxes will get lower from your child
Get
tax
more
credit.
deductions and
yeah,
stuff
you have
like
more
that.
deductions and everything. So the withholdings come based on your dependents. If you have more, usually they're gonna take a bit more. If you have if you only claim yourself, you may not be getting as much taken out of.
Right.
So,
But I think
but
what really the most important thing, right, is,
401k
I was going to say the
is
most important
important
thing is how
getting that, because that's usually pre-tax, and now they have Roth 401ks where you can do, once you're retired, then you get that money tax-free, which I hear they're trying to do away with the Roth.
Yeah, for certain income levels and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's like I think the one thing we would talk about, that the thing that's definitely been a consistent is the change over the past couple of years. The number of changes, especially in the tax laws, has been unbelievable.
Yeah, the 2017 there was the tax cuts that Trump did, and then with the pandemic, there was the CARES Act. That changed a lot of things too. So there's so many changes coming, and you don't have to take your RMDs, the required minimum distributions, out of your IRA if you're over 72.
Well,
So
you have to. It's after 72. Yeah,
Well,
they changed it to
the CARES Act said that you don't have to do that now.
well, just for that year though.
Oh,
yeah,
it was 2020.
Right.
Oh,
So yeah,
sorry.
that's okay. No, you're fine. No, but they did change it to
So,
72.
Yeah, it's
So that was a change. But yeah, there were so many. So that's why with accountants, it's so important to. I mean, they're constantly changing the laws, so you have to be on top of that all the time, right?
We're always doing trainings and everything to get brushed up on the new laws, or they're always sending out the tax letters. This is what's might be coming down the pike. So
Right.
keep a lookout for that.
So how much training do you have to do, like with accounting? Like how many hours per year? Or how does that work for you?
So with the firm, they require, even if you're not a CPA, 40 hours of CPE a year. So.
And what does CPE mean for my listeners?
So certified professional education. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
So and the firm does a lot of that for us. So they'll put together these packages where they can just brush up on. We can just brush up on it a few hours at a time. During our downtime. They have a lot of courses that we go through. Different. There's so many different tax returns that you fill out. Like gift tax returns and stuff like that if you're gifting. So there are a lot of trainings on those different things too. But 40 hours, and then if you are certified, I'm pretty sure you've got to do more than that. I think maybe like 80 plus.
So you could see,
A lot of
with
changes.
with in the financial services field, just like with my side of the industry too, there's
It's
always
all
been
connected.
training. It is all connected, but to know that a lot of people don't realize that there's so much behind the scenes stuff that's going on. So
Yeah.
we're constantly having to keep on top of things and be updated, and so it's good. Well, we're running to the end of the show already. I told you it goes real fast, right? So Megan, thank you so much. I'm so
Thank you
glad
for
you
having
came all the way
me.
from Florida to
All the
sit
way
here with
for
me
this, yes.
on the show. So
It's
so this
definitely
was
worth it.
great. So
Thank you.
hopefully I will be down again. Well, I will be down again soon.
Yeah.
And we'll
We'll
catch up
get
again.
together. Yeah, we will.
So best of luck. I mean, kick some booty on the class and then the CPA, and you're gonna
Thank
do
you.
great. So thank you for joining Financial Chick Show. We're coming to the end. Enjoy the weekend. I think it's gonna be beautiful. So just remember, let's try to do better and be better. And I will see you next Friday.
Bye.
All right. All right. Well, thanks for Facebook people for joining us.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Bye.
There's Denise.
Hi.
Denise Nostrom, Diversified Financial Solutions. Love you guys.
All right. Take care. All right. We will see you next week. Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.